Hi, thank you for joining me. My name is Amber. This is Yoga with Amber Kleid, and today we're going to do a really slow and nourishing practice. Sometimes the holidays, even though we're excited and we feel good, there are still added things that happen that cause us to do more in our bodies than we would normally do. We would be more active, or in our brains too, because we have so many things to do. And so this is a really great opportunity just to tune out for a few moments. So all you'll need today is a bolster or maybe a couple of bed pillows, a blanket for some knee comfort. I'm sitting up on top of a block just because it feels more comfortable in my body. I have pretty tight legs and it helps my legs relax down and I can get a taller spine. So you might try that as well and see how that feels. Also, a folded blanket is really nice to sit up on as well. So I'd love to invite you to find that comfortable seat wherever that is for you. Legs don't have to be crossed. And lift the crown of the head towards the sky. Find a little bit of activation in that low belly, drawing it into the spine. Lengthening through the crown of the head. And I invite you just to take a couple of deep breaths here. Big inhale. And release. Again, big inhale. And release. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And this time, as you exhale, release everything. Your day, your to-do lists, all the things that are on your mind, just let them go. And let all that is left be is your senses. Noticing how you feel, checking into the muscles, the breath, and just becoming aware of our inner space rather than our outer space. And then when you're ready, let's draw the shoulders to the ears. Big breath in. And exhale, releasing down. Let's do that again. Big breath in. And release it down. Again, shoulders to the ears. And release it down. This time, let's find some circles. So we're going to roll the shoulders forward. Big breath in. And exhale as you roll back. We're taking our time, right? We're nourishing ourselves. We're allowing ourselves to be in the moment and feel the care that we're offering to ourselves. Let's go ahead and switch directions. And a few more, breathing in and up. Go ahead and pause. And now we're going to take our right ear to our right shoulder. We're going to let our left shoulder fall away from the ear. And if you'd like, you can deepen that stretch just a little bit by taking your forearm and resting it on your low back. Let's take a few more breaths here, nice and slow and gentle. And then you're going to take your gaze down to your right knee. And if you'd like, take your hand and rest it gently on the back of the head, just to deepen that stretch a little. If that's too much, just pull the hand away. Soften the gaze on the face, or soften the muscles on the face and the gaze with your eyes. Let's take one more breath here. Very slowly relaxing the right arm, and then the left arm, and then draw the head back up to center. Let's drop the left ear to the left shoulder, letting the right shoulder fall away from the ear. And you can take that forearm of the right hand and bring it behind your back if that feels good to you. Deepening the stretch. And then let's take our gaze to our left knee. Bring the left hand up to the head and just gently coerce it down. Take one more breath. And relax the hand. Release the arm and draw the head back to center. And let's just look from side to side, very slowly, mindfully, being gentle. And let's turn these side looks into circles, drawing the nose to the sky. And then down, chin to chest. Let's do 3 circles like this. Steady in the breath. And then the next time your chin reaches your chest, pause, and then go ahead and rotate the opposite direction. And the next time your chin reaches your chest, I invite you to pause here. Lengthen through the spine, send your shoulders away from the ears, connect to the low belly, and just check into that nice stretch at the base of the neck. And then when you're ready, breathing in, head comes back over heart. We're going to take our left hand down to the ground, and we're going to inhale and stretch our right arm to the side. So from here, we're going to take an inhale and let our shoulder move back, opening through the chest. And then you're going to exhale and rotate forward and bring your right hand and kind of reach to the ground. It doesn't have to touch. And then inhale, coming back, opening up a little through the chest, through the shoulder. And then exhale, back down. One more time, breathing in and up. And exhale, rotating. And then this time we're just going to float the right hand in front of us and then come back into head over heart, heart over pelvis. Right hand's going to reach to the right, to the ground. Big breath in, reach with the left hand. Stretch that out. Let your left hip sink towards the ground here, towards the mat. And then with an inhale, we'll open this side. And you might notice one side is a little easier to open than the other. And then exhale, float the left hand towards the ground. Inhale back up. Nice and slow, gentle movements. And exhale down, reaching to the floor. Last time, breathing in and up. And exhale. Fingertips come down to the ground, left hand, and then we float back up, head over heart, heart over pelvis. And let's just take a moment and just rock our chest gently from side to side here. We're just opening up the spine, integrating lots of different movement here. Good. And then come back to center. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthening through the spine, and let's take a gentle twist. So left hand's going to reach to the right knee, right hand's going to come behind for support, and you can gaze behind you. So reaching over the right shoulder. Take an inhale, come back to center. And we're going to exhale to the left this time, reaching with the right fingertips. Gazing over the left shoulder. And then take an inhale. And on your exhale, float yourself back to center. And we're going to make our way onto tabletop now. So hands and knees. And this is where the blanket could come in handy. A little extra yumminess for your knees. So spread those fingertips out nice and wide. And we've got wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, toes pointed behind our knees. And we're just gonna practice here a little cat-cow. So breathing deeply, dropping the belly down, hips and gaze to the sky. And as you exhale, let your low belly roll into the spine and let that ripple all the way up. So your head is relaxed. And we're kind of round through the upper shoulders. And then breathing in again, dropping the belly down. Big deep breaths. And exhale. Pressing through the palms, broadening the shoulder blades. Relaxed in the neck. And one more time, breathing down. And exhale, find your cat. And then come into a neutral position. So we're going to find a little flow here. Bring the palms out in front of you just a little bit more. And we're going to take a nice deep breath here. We're going to drop our bellies down. Big breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to drop into child's pose. Let all the breath go. And then press into the palms and kind of drag yourself forward as we move back into cow. Breathing in. And exhale, gently rounding the spine and then dropping hips to heels, butt to heels. Inhaling, drawing yourself forward, coming back into cow. And exhale, dropping into child. One more time, breathing in and up. And rounding through the spine gently and dropping into child's pose. And we are going to stay here for at least 5 breaths. Resting the forehead towards the floor, using a block or a blanket for support if you need it. And then allow your breath to come into the back body. So as you breathe in, let your shoulders spread away from one another. And then relaxing down, offering yourself this space for a little softness. Your knees can spread out a little bit wider, keeping the big toes together. And then we're going to walk our hands to the left. We're going to find a nice deep lateral stretch here through the right side body. And then wander your way over to the right, stretching through the left side of the body. And then come on back to center. Bring those palms towards your shoulders and draw yourself back into tabletop position. You might have to walk a little bit to adjust. And then I invite you to just play and find some nice organic movement. So that could be side to side. It might be barrel rolls in the chest, cat-cow, whatever feels really nourishing in your body at this moment. I want you to take that. Take a few more breaths here. And then come on to pause. And we're going to find some big circles. And this is going to kind of get into the wrists a little bit. And just start to circle your entire body forward and back. We'll do one direction, 3 big circles. And then go ahead and switch, 3 more. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. And one more time. Let's make our way back into center. And we're going to come to a seated position. Use your words, Amber. Seated position. And I'm going to go ahead and sit up on a blanket. My legs are going to be out in front of me. I'm going to move the little fleshy parts underneath my booty. My feet to be flexed a little bit here, but I want to make sure that we're not hyperextending through the knees. So make sure that you are comfortable, and we're going to lengthen through the spine. Take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to move forward at the hip crease. So we're going to keep our back straight and walk forward with our hands. If this feels really tight on your legs, you are welcome to draw your heels in a little closer. But I'd like for you to avoid dropping chin to chest. So let your chest shine forward, your heart shine forward, gazes forward. And take a few breaths here. using your hands, go ahead and walk yourself back. We're going to bring our hands behind us, fingertips pointed towards our booty, and we're going to lift the chest up and open through our heart space. If you'd like, you can lift through the heels, and that kind of gets into the arms a little bit more. Take one more breath here and release down wherever you are. And then we're going to come off of the blanket if you're on it, and we're going to go ahead and rest back. Let's bring right ankle over left knee. We're just going to stretch out our hips just a little bit. And this might be where you are today. That's perfect. If you want a little deeper stretch, lift up that left leg, wrap your hands around the back of the leg. And I want to invite you to spread your toes. This is going to protect your knee. Let your tailbone become soft. Relax your shoulders and lengthen through the back of the neck. Find your breath. On your next exhale, relax the grip. Let your foot fall down to the ground and release the right foot down. Let's cross left ankle over right leg and find your position here. And remember, one side might feel a little differently than the other, so please honor that. Relax the tailbone. Lengthen through the neck, soften the shoulders. Take one more breath here. On your exhale, go ahead and release your hands. Bring the feet down to the ground. And we're going to bring our knees into our chest here. You can bring your hands behind you, and we're just going to find a gentle rock up and back. You can just do once if that's all that feels really good. And then come back into a seat. And then we're going to come into a supported cobbler's pose. And I'm going to put my block and my blanket underneath my bolster for a little extra support and height. I'm going to take my bolster and put it up against it. I'm going to bring my low back against my bolster. And if you're not using a bolster, pillows will work just fine. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together, and I'm going to rest back. Open up my arms. This is going to be our final pose today, so really offer yourself up stillness. You can rest your hand on your belly, maybe one on your heart. If you need a little extra support under your knees, you can use blocks or books. And as we breathe, we start to release any tension in our muscles and our face. So softening all the muscles, relaxing the jaw. Shoulders move away from the ears, down and back. Arms are heavy. Back is supported. Hips are supported on the ground. And your legs feel light. And perhaps you feel a little warmth between the soles of your feet. Closing your eyes if that feels comfortable. If the mind is wandering, you can draw some attention to your breath. Noticing the rise and the fall in the belly. Or perhaps you notice the sound of the breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Start to bring awareness back into the body, the fingers, the toes. You can bring your hands down on the outer part of your thighs and draw your knees together. And then from here, just find a gentle windshield wiper from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can draw yourself into a seat. Thank you so much for being here today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. I'll always get back to you. Or if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you so much for your support and happy holidays. We'll see you again soon.